Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be sticking with the iPhone theme and we'll be talking more about data usage. During this episode we're going to talk about how to track your data usage based on your apps and your monthly plan. And we're also going to take a look at how to conserve that data, how to turn it off, turn it on. When you're not using it, apps will still sometimes go out there and grab that information, especially like emails and everything. So what you're going to want to do is, if you really want to conserve it, you're going to want to turn that off. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and take a look at my iPhone, and we're going to talk about how to get that cellular data turned off. All right, so here's my iPhone here, and we're just going to go ahead and click on the settings feature, and that brings us up to this screen. Here you have our Wi-Fi, which I'm hooked up to Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you what this looks like without Wi-Fi because that's how my phone is connecting to this screen. So I'm going to have to go ahead and leave on the Wi-Fi, but up there in that upper left-hand corner, the little three slashes that kind of round it off, that is a Wi-Fi signal. It means I'm hooked up to Wi-Fi. If I turn that off, I will get the little 3G signal that you get when you're hooked up to your cellular data. So if you ever want to know whether you're hooked up to your home Wi-Fi or if you're hooked up to your cellular data, you just look up at the top screen. If you see the little lines, your Wi-Fi, the 3G means you're on your cellular data, using your data that you get with your plan, your $55 plan getting you the 2 gigs. And if there's nothing up there, that means that you have no data usage. So if you're wondering why your app's not working, anything like that, and you look up there, it's because you're either out of data, you have your data turned off, or you're not hooked up to Wi-Fi. So those are the things to look for up in the upper left-hand corner. So I'm going to go ahead and go into cellular down here, and this is going to be kind of where we're living for as far as our data usage. So I'll click on that, and it brings us to this screen. Now where it says cellular data here, it even tells you that you can turn it off to restrict all those things outside of Wi-Fi. So if I go ahead and click that, right now my cellular data is off. So if I were to take off my Wi-Fi, I would see nothing up there. I would not be able to use my apps that run on the internet, none of it. So what I want to do is I like to keep that on most of the time. I'm not a heavy data user. I'm always on Wi-Fi. But for those of you that do find yourselves running low a lot, if you're not going to be using your phone for a while, you're in the car or whatever, so turn it off. It's not a big deal. You shouldn't be using your phone in the car anyway. So yeah, go ahead and turn off your cellular data. It'll save you some data from those apps that automatically go out there and reach for data. So yeah, we always suggest that you just have it off when you're not using it. Turn it back on when you're going to use it. The other thing that I'm going to go and turn it back on for this. The other thing that you can find out in this area is how long your call time has been and also how much data you've used. All right, now my current period, this is from the last time I erased my usage. I've used 353 megabytes. I'm on the $30 plan, so I get my 500 megabytes. So far, I've used 353. My plan expires pretty soon, so I'm doing pretty good conserving my data. So if you ever need to know, okay, well, where I'm at in my data usage, you can go on here. Now, it's not an exact figure, but it'll at least give you the ballpark pretty close. So, if it's somewhere in that 400 range, I'm going to start getting nervous that maybe I could be going over. You just never know. So you always want to be careful with that. And if you find that you're running out of a lot of data really quickly, the best thing that you can do is take a look down here and see which of your apps is using the most data. If you look under here, like it says, my mail is using 10.6 megabytes this month. So that's not a whole lot, but my music there is 99.2 megabytes. Now, that's not very good. I need to make sure I take care of that, and I'm hooked up to Wi-Fi when I'm using my music. So you can look and see what apps are using a lot of those. And then one thing I'm going to do for you here is we're going to go ahead and we'll hit the erase statistics button, and that's going to set everything back to 0. This is what you should be doing every time that you renew your plan. Reset your statistics so that you can take a look and see what's using the most. So I'm going to reset them. It'll ask me if I want to. I'll click yes. All right, reset. Now it says my current period I've used 0. Current period I've used 0 minutes. So now I know that I'm back to 0. So I can get an accurate count here on my next month's plan. So before you walk out of the store, before you hang up the phone, before you're done with your payment online, hit that button, get it all reset, all right back to normal, and you'll be able to track your data usage from there. You'll be able to track how much calling you've done from there. So it's a very important and very interesting feature that could really help you with your overall phone usage. All right, so that does it for us today. This week was all about the cellular data on the iPhones. Next week, I'm hoping to tackle, or I guess next week I'll probably be taking the week off of blogs again with the Thanksgiving holiday. But the week after that, I'd like to come back and do something on the Android, very similar, show you how to track your data usage from there. That way everybody can kind of keep an eye on what they're using and how they're using it, because that's really going to help you streamline your data usage and make sure that you're not overusing. So that's it for us today. And if you have any questions or comments, you can go ahead and visit one of our stores, and you can visit them. You can find them by going to www.selectors.com. As always, like us on Facebook. We'd love to hear your comments. We'd love to hear anything that you have to say, anything you want me to talk about. Go ahead and leave a comment letting me know, and I'll try to get to it. So you can go ahead and find that below. And lastly, any other questions or comments, concerns, go ahead and contact our customer service department. The number's below here, and they would always like to hear from you. So that does it for us this week. I will see you guys all next week.